Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. Now today we are going to discuss a new concept that is comparing quantities. So what is mean by compare? So where we should compare? In which area we are going to compare? Okay, let us discuss here. Suppose there are two friends are there, Ravi and Raju. Okay, so Ravi weight is how much it is? Suppose let us take 62 kgs. Whereas coming to Raju's weight is here. Let us take 31 kgs. Okay, so now my question is whose weight is more here or whose weight is less? Here we are using the words more and as well as less. Okay, so now how can you say that what is the weight of Ramu? Is it more or less when you compare with Raju's weight? Okay, so now generally we know that by seeing these two values we can say that Ravi's weight is more than Raju's weight. How much? How many times? That we are asking here. How much is there and how many times here? Now this is nothing but I am going to give one statement here. Ravi's weight is 2 times of Raju's weight. Okay, so here Ravi's weight is 2 times of Raju's weight. Okay, or we can write one more statement. Raju's weight is 1 by 2 times of Ravi's weight. Clear? See this here. First statement is saying that here we are comparing Ravi's weight with Ramu weight. Sorry, Ravi's weight with Raju's weight. So Ravi weight is 2 times of Raju's weight. Ravi's weight is 2 times of Raju's weight. And whereas coming to the second statement is saying that we are comparing Raju's weight with Raju's weight we are comparing with Ravi's weight. That is Raju's weight is 1 by 2 of Ravi's weight. Clear? This is one type of comparison. Let us take one more example. We know that what is the speed of cheetah? Right, generally the speed of cheetah is 120 km per hour, 120 km. Whereas coming to a man speed is 20 km per hour. Okay, so now when you are comparing these two speeds of cheetah and as well as a man, okay, so now the speeds here. Okay, we are going to compare now the speeds. Now cheetah's speed is 120 km per hour. 120 km per hour. In 1 hour, it will run 120 kilometers. Whereas coming to the ordinary man, a man speed is simple. It is 20 km per hour. Now, whose speed is more here? Generally, cheetah speed is more. Clear? It is very fast. Clear? Then, when you are comparing these two speeds, how many times, how much we are going to by using these two words. Now here, cheetah's speed is 6 times of man's speed. Okay, or man's speed is that is 1 by 6 times of cheetah's speed. Clear? So here Here one times we are writing 6 and one time we are writing 1 by 6. So here cheetah speed is more, that's why we are multiplying 6 times of man's speed. Clear? Here more comparing with less. Here less we are comparing with more. Okay? Okay? Right? So now let us discuss one more example coming to the height also. So weight, speed, height. So both are in the same unit only, kilometer per hour, kilometer per hour. There we are comparing in weight, in weights also kgs only. Okay, now coming to the heights. Suppose there are two friends are there, that is Arjun and as well as Arjun and one more person is, let us take that Ramu. There are two friends are there, Arjun and Ramu. Arjun's height is 180 centimeters, and whereas Ramu's height is 60 centimeters. Clear? 60 centimeters. Now coming to the here, whereas when we are comparing these two heights, Arjun height and plus Ramu's height, what are you going to the statement here? Arjun height is 3 times of Ramu's height. Clear? So because here we know that Arjun's height is 180 centimeters here. It's a big value, we are comparing with small value. It is 3 times. When you write in reverse, when you are comparing Ramu's height with Arjun height, that is 1 by 3 times of Arjun height. Clear? So this is a way we are going to compare two quantities. It may be kgs, or it may be kilometers per hour, or it may be centimeters, it may be meters. Okay. So now both must be the same quantity only. Clear, children? So now here we are going to, when you are comparing these two, we are going to use one symbol, that is one word also we are going to use, that is ratio. Ratio is nothing but when you are comparing two quantities. Okay? Ratio. What is ratio here? The ratio of symbol is nothing but this is the symbol. Okay? The symbol is taken for ratio. That is A is to B. We are comparing A and B. Both are having the same quantity. Now in the first example, just now we discussed that Arjun weight, we are comparing, we are taking the ratio of Ramu's height. Okay. So here this is 180 is to 60 here. So we can cancel 0, 0. 6 1s are 6 3s are. We will get 3 is to 1. So 3 is to 1 can be written as 3 by 1. Okay. When you are comparing with Arjun and Ramu. When you are taking Ramu and Arjun ratio, which is equal to 1 is to 3, which will become 1 by 3 part. Clear, children? So this is nothing but ratio when you are comparing two quantities. Ratio. Okay? Right? So now let us discuss equivalent ratio. What is mean by equivalent ratio? Already we know that we find out equivalent fractions. Okay? So how to find the equivalent ratios now? Clear, children? Now equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio, right? So let us take that. So you should multiply with the same number. Let us take a simple example to find equivalent ratio of 1 is to 2. What is the equivalent ratio of 1 is to 2? So you should multiply with the same number for these two numbers. Okay? So 3 into 1 is to 3 into 2, which is equal to 3 is to 6. So 3 is to 6 is the equivalent ratio of 1 is to 2. Okay? Or you can take one more example. 3 is to 4. So you should multiply with 5. 5 into 3 is to 4 into 5, which is nothing but 5 3 is the 15 is to 20. 15 is to 20 is the equivalent ratio of 3 is to 4. Clear? Sir, only we should multiply? No, division also is possible. Let us find the equivalent ratio of 150 is to 100. Clear? So now here both 0 0 will cancel. 5 2s are 5 3s are. So 3 is to 2 is the equivalent ratio of 150 is to 100. While doing division also, by using cancellation also, we can find out equivalent ratio of the given ratio. So this is the simplest form, standard form. Okay, right? Right, children, let us discuss exercise 8.1. Question number 1. Find the ratio of rupees 5 to 50 pies and DBT is 30 days to 36 hours. So if you want to compare two quantities, both must be in the same units only. Either both are in rupees or both are in paise, or both are in days or both are in hours only. So whatever it is convenient, you can convert according to your convenient. So now let us see this here. Okay, now given that we need to find the ratio of rupees 5 to 50 pies. Okay, 50 pies. So it is better to convert rupees 5 to pies. We know that rupee 1 is equal to 100 pies. Then rupees 5 is equal to 500 pies. Okay, now we are going to compare 500 pies as well as 50 pies. So now to find the ratio, so ratio of 500 pies to 50 pies is equal to, how to write here? I told you 500 is to, you can call it as this is to 50. This is called ratio symbol. Just now I told you ratio can be represented as this symbol. We can call it as is to, ISTO. Okay. Now here we can take 5 table. So 5 tens are 5 hundreds are. Okay. And 0 0 will cancel. That is 10 ones are 10 tens are. So 10 is to 1. This is the ratio. Clear? Now coming to here second problem, that is debit. Given that 30 days to 36 hours. Clear? So we need to convert 30 days to hours. It is easy. Okay? Now this is solution. Clear? So we know that 1 day is equal to how many hours? 24 hours. Clear? Then 30 days is equal to 30 into 24 hours. So what is 30 into 24? 0, 12, 3 to the 6 plus 1, 720 hours. Now we are going to find the ratio. Ratio of 30 days to 36 hours, which is equal to 720 hours is to 36. So both are even numbers. We can cancel with 6 table. 6 6 are 6 1s are 6 2s are 120. 6 1s are 6 20s are. So 20 is to 1. So therefore here 30 days, that is 30 days to 36 hours is equal to, which is equal to 20 is to 1. So this is a process to compare, to find the ratio of given two quantities. Children, keep it in mind always. When you are finding the ratio of any two numbers, both must be in the same unit only. Okay, right? Then only we can find the ratio or we can compare it. If one is in rupees 5, other one is pies, how to compare here? How can you say that which is more, which is less here? We cannot, because see, we know that this is rupees 5, this is 50 paisa. Okay, so generally rupees is more than paisa. Clear? But when you are coming to the ratio, when you are coming to find the ratio, both must be in the same unit only. Okay, either it's converted into pies or converted into rupees. Clear, children? Copy these two. Right, children? Let us discuss question number 2. What is that here? In a computer lab, there are 3 computers for every 6 students. For every 6 students, there are 3 computers are available. So, how many computers will be needed for 24 students? Here, the students are given, but computers, we need to find out other computers. Okay? So, here, let us see this how we are going to find out. Solution. Given that 3 computers for 6 students. That means 2 students is equal to 1 computer. Now let x students let x computers, let us take x computers for 24 students. Clear? So now 3:6 is equal to x is to 24. Both are equal in ratio. Clear? So now, 3:6 is nothing but 3/6 is equal to x by 24. Okay? Now, by cross multiplying, 3/6 into 24 is equal to x. Clear? Now, by cancellation, 6 ones are 6 fours are. Clear? Now, 3 into 4 is equal to x. Therefore, x is equal to 12. How many computers are required for 24 students? Yes, sir. Therefore, here 12 computers are required. 12 computers are required for 24 students. So whenever you get this type of questions, okay, 2 statements are there. In one statement they are asking 3 computers for 6 students, and there are next statement they are asking that how many computers are required for 24 students. Okay, there are 2 methods are there. One is by using ratio method. Other method is by using that 3 computers for 6 students. Then find out for 1 student how many computers. That is 3/6. Then multiply with 24, you will get the answer. That is also is there. But we need to do this is a ratio method. Okay, children? Clear? Now copy this solution. Alright, children. Let us discuss a little bit another concept of comparison. Let us see this here. There are 2 friends are there, A and B. Okay. So A got 60 marks per 100, and B got 80 marks per 200. Out of 200 he got 80 marks. Out of 100 he got 60 marks. Now tell me, who got more percentage? Who got more marks? How to compare these two? Who got more marks? Who is the best student? Let us take according to the marks wise. Right? So here, can you compare these two numbers, 60 by 100 and 80 by 100? Even though when you are comparing this numerator and this numerator, this is 60, this is 80. If you compare only numerators, obviously we got the more marks. But coming to the, here it is 100, here it is 200. See, both are fractions. If you want to compare these two fractions, first of all, both the denominators must be same. But here we are going to use another method. Instead of doing the like fractions, instead of converting to like fractions, we are going to use that is percentage. By using percentage also, we can compare the given quantities. This is another way of comparison of quantities by using percentage. Okay, now tell me how much percentage of A got? So generally percentage. Percentage is nothing but per 100. This meaning is per 100. Keep it in mind. Percentage is nothing but per 100. Okay. So now here person A got 60 marks out of 100. So the percentage of A is 60 percentage. Clear? Now coming to what is the percentage of B here? B got 80 for 200. Then this will become 40 by 100. Clear? By cancellation, right? So 80 by 200 is nothing but the equivalent fraction of 80 by 200 is 40 by 100. So the B percentage is 40 percentage. Now tell me who got more marks, more percentage? Yes, obviously A got more percentage. So there is another way to compare the given quantities. That is by using percentage also we can compare the two given quantities. Clear, children? Right? So now let us discuss this also. By using percentage also we are going to compare two given quantities. Right? Right, children, let us discuss converting fractional numbers to percentage. Okay, so I told you just now what is meant by percent. Percentage is nothing but per 100. Per 100. This is called percentage symbol. The symbol of percentage is slash, and as well as you need to keep 1 0 and 1 0 up and down. Clear? So that is the percentage symbol. Okay. So 100% is nothing but 100 by 100. Okay, 100 by 100. Keep it in mind. 100% is equal to 100 by 100. Now let us take a simple example. Okay, what is the percentage of? What percentage of 1 by 3? Okay. So what is the percentage of 1 by 3? Right? So now 1 by 3 we are going to convert into as a percentage. Now see this here, when you are going to convert 1 by 3 in terms of percentage, 1 by 3 into, we should multiply 100 and multiply divided by 100 compulsory, which is equal to 100 by 3 into that is this 100 will come to the percentage. Clear? So now 100 by 3 percentage, which is equal to 33 1 by 3 percentage. So when you are going to write 1 by 3 as a percentage, okay, right? Write 1 by 3. Right here, question is I have been a little bit. Write 1 by 3 as a percentage. Now you can understand very easily. Clear? Write 1 by 3 as a percentage. Now percentage means we need to write, see this 100% is equal to 100 by 100. So 1 by 3 into for every problem, for any problem if you want to convert into percentage, from fraction to percentage, should multiply divided by 100. So 1 by 100 is nothing but percentage symbol. Okay, 100 by 3 percentage, which is nothing but 33 1 by 3 percentage. Clear? Right, children? Let us discuss. You can understand in a very simple way. Write 1 by 4 as a percentage. As a percentage. See this here, 1 by 4 as a percentage. When you are going to convert 1 by 4 into 100 by 100, which is equal to 100 by 4 percentage. 100 will come to the numerator. The remaining 100 will go to the percentage symbol. Now 100 by 4 is nothing but this is 25 percentage. Clear? This is, you can understand very easily. Right, children? So this is a way to convert fractional numbers to percentage. Keep it in mind, whenever whatever the given fraction, okay, you just multiply divided by 100. The numerator 100 will come to the numerator only. Coming to the denominator 100, this 100 will come to the symbol. it will convert into percentage symbol. Right, children? Right? Very good. Right, children? Let us discuss converting decimal numbers to percentage. How to convert? Just now we discussed fraction to percentage we discussed. Now we are going to discuss converting decimal numbers to percentage. Okay? So convert 0.75 into percentage. Right? So just now I told you percentage means 100%. We should multiply with 100%. So now 0.75 into 100%. Okay? 100%. Now we know that 0.75 can be written as 75 by 100 into 100%. This 100 will cancel. What is the left over here? 75 and symbol. That is nothing but 75%. That's it, very simple. Let us discuss one more. Convert 0.50 into percentage. So very simple, we can going to convert this decimal number into percentage. So the given that is 0.50 into 100%. Okay? So now 0.50 is nothing but 50 by 100 into 100%. Both 100 and 100 will cancel. The leftover part is 50%. Clear, children? This is very simple method to convert decimal numbers to percentage. Keep it in mind, only the thing is percentage is nothing but 100%. This is 100%. This is called percentage. So whenever you should convert into 100%, you can use the symbol like this, or if it is fraction 100 by 100 you can multiply. Right, children? Copy this. Right, children? Let us discuss convert percentage to fractions and decimals. How to convert percentage to fractions and decimals? Let us take very simple examples. Let us take 25%. So the question is 25% we are going to convert in terms of fractions and as well as decimals. We know that this percentage symbol shows that it is 100 by 100. Now see this here, solution. So 25% is equal to, that is 25 by 100, which is nothing but 0.25. That is very simple. Okay, let us discuss one more question. 36%. Okay, which is nothing but 36 by 100, which is equal to 0.36. So this is the fraction form, this is decimal form. This is fraction form and decimal form. Percentage to fraction and fraction to decimal. Clear? Right, children? So let us discuss one more 70%, which is nothing but 70 by 100. That is a fraction form. 0.70 is decimal form. This is a fraction form, we know that, and this is a decimal form. Right? So this is the way to convert a percentage to fractions and as well as decimals. Clear, children? Please copy this. Right, children, I hope you understood that today's class, that is comparisons and comparison by quantities, comparing quantities, right, by using ratio and as well as by using percentage also. And I hope you understood that how to convert fractions to percentage, decimals to percentage, as well as percentage to fractions and as well as decimals. Clear? And here is today's homework, page number 157, exercise 8.1, question number 1, B and C. And question number 3 also. This is textbook questions up to here only. The remaining these 3 are, let us take convert fractions to percentage. First one A is 2 by 5, B is 3 by 10, And the second one is convert decimals to percentage. A bit is 0.23, B bit is 0.76. And third question is convert percentage to fractions and as well as decimals. A bit is 42 percentage, B is 83 percentage. Clear children? I hope you understood that today's class. Thank you. Have a great day.